Hey everyone, it's Christine with Indigo Wings Healing. I've got this week's reading for you. I'm doing another mini reading because the week is just getting away from me, and I wanted to just get this out. And so mini reading this week is what we're going with. But it's honestly, it's perfect. So this reading is for, I'm just looking at my notes so I can kind of stay brief. This reading is for November 7th through Monday, November 13th. I'm going off my typical schedule just a little bit because I am going to be out of town for a few days and not getting back in time to record the video the way I normally would. So I wanted to put a buffer in there. So this weekend we have coming up the date 11/11. Some people like to make a really big deal about 11/11 and, you know, this twin flame portal and all this stuff. I don't make a huge deal about it. You know, but I do think that, you know, we can work with the energy of the date itself in terms of the numbers 11/11 and being a number of powerful manifestation. And, you know, I feel like for some people 11 is a twin number, and, you know, I think I would fall into that category. As much as I sort of don't want to, it kind of just is for me, and mostly because that has come up for me as a sign repeatedly. But 11/11, you know, is not just about twin flame stuff. You know, you can see 11/11 or 1/11 or 11s, and that is also a sign of other things. So if you're seeing that number, pay attention to what else is going on around you, because it doesn't have to be twin flame related. For example, I see 11/11 or 1/11 or 11s like it's my job. And it's, you know, there was a period in time where I thought I was going crazy. But, you know, I finally realized that it's much more for me a message about that I'm on the right path, that I'm going in the right direction, I'm going in the direction that my soul wants me to go in. And so for me, that is what that 11/11 signifies. So, you know, I do what resonates with you on 11/11. I know that some people do rituals and things like that. I know that one of my mentors, Sage Goddess, is going to be doing a pre-recorded ritual, and when I see the link to that, I can share it. I'm not sure if it's going to be free or if it's purchase. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be free, knowing her. But so that's, you know, in past years I've seen a lot of hype around this date. There doesn't have to be a lot of hype, but you can work with the manifestation energies, you know, and do whatever, you know, feels right to you. What I decided I wanted to do for all of you, I did want to do something special to recognize the date you know, and I'm actually kind of glad because it kind of plays nicely with what comes up in the reading. I'm offering a special through Saturday, 11/11. So it's only good through Saturday, and I'm only taking a limited number of these. Regular twin flame readings, so not the separation reading, this is regular twin flame readings, are $60. They're normally $75, so that's $15 off. And then mini twin flame readings, which is the reading I'm going to be doing right now, they are normally $35. They're going to be they're $25, which is $10 off. And again, those two readings are only available at that price through Saturday, 11/11. I will put the link for payment in the video description, how you can order that with me. I really felt called that there were some of you out there that needed something a little bit more individualized, and that this might be something that will be helpful for you. And then last thing, the separation video, I did finally was able to focus and do one that was just specifically for people who are in separation. But I'm finding that, you know, it's not just people who are in separation and not communicating. It's applying for people who are maybe like on the brink of separation, people who are just not vibrating at the same level right now and kind of like, you know, not meshing as well as they used to. I'm finding that it's applying to those people as well. That's the feedback that I'm getting. And, you know, I was really, I would have to say that the separation video ended up being, I would definitely say, one of my top 10 most powerful readings for me personally, because what came out in it was really confirming a lot of stuff that we've been hearing. And I felt like that is really good for people to know, that it doesn't matter where you're at, you're still getting the information that you need to get to be able to move forward. So if that's something that you are interested in watching, I will also put the link for that. It's on Vimeo in the comment or in the description at the bottom of this video as well. So I have to say I was really, you know, I am gonna just like pat myself on the back for a minute. I was really unsure whether or not to take that step to put anything on Vimeo. I was originally going to do it through YouTube, and that YouTube's getting rid of new paid content, so that didn't work out. And so far I am happy that I did do this, because I am able to reach people who maybe don't have it in their budget to get an individual reading with me, but they feel like they're getting a little bit more than my general readings that are for free on YouTube. And so, you know, I'm glad that I'm able to do a little bit extra to connect with people that way. So we'll see what where that goes. I'm still kind of checking out the feedback to see what we end up doing with that. So I'm gonna jump into the reading, because I ended up talking a little bit longer than I wanted to, but you know, what else is new? So the card that came up for the feminine, so spot on. I feel like what I'm feeling for the feminine energy. And with recent readings, we got crown chakra, and we have the 7 for spiritual path. And you know, what I'm really feeling with crown chakra is the feminine, you are being spoken to by your soul. Like, you are feeling your soul. You are hearing your soul speak to you. And you are following the call of the direction your soul wants you to take. And, you know, it's not always the easiest thing to do, because, you know, we have our mind, we have our body, we have our soul, and, you know, we have our mind, we have our heart, you know, like taking us in different directions. But, you know, feminine, you are really stepping into a period of, you know, like the word goddess is coming to me, like, you know, because it doesn't necessarily have to be about your femininity, but it's about like this powerful, spiritual, goddess-like energy where you are really connecting to your inner, not inner, but you're connecting with your higher self, and you're connecting with source, and you're connecting with the growth that is just taking you higher and higher and higher. And the clarifying card that I pulled here is the Eight of Earth. And this is so perfect. Like, this is, you know, this is the divine feminine really immersing herself in whatever it is that her soul is calling her to focus on. So, you know, what is it that you're doing to move forward? Because there's been a lot of talk, you know, and especially in my videos recently, about moving forward. So what is it that you're doing that is moving you forward? Are you focusing on a new job? Are you focusing on going back to school? Are you focusing on self-care and self-love? Me, personally, just a very quick side thing, I had abdominal surgery about almost like a little over 4 years ago. And I used to be like so good at working out and taking really good care of myself, eating really well, up until that surgery. And after the surgery, I had a lot of scar tissue that made, first of all, the recovery knocked me out of the game for a long time. And then after that, I had scar tissue and things that made working out in the way I was used to painful. And then, you know, I had some other health things pop up that I really think were due to, you know, it was just kind of like a snowball effect. And so I got a little lazy, and I don't have weight problems, but in the past, you know, month or so, all of a sudden I put some weight on, and I was feeling even more sluggish and less energy and everything. I'm like, what the hell? Well, it's my body's telling me that I need to focus on taking care of myself. I've been taking care of my babies, and I've been taking care of everybody else and putting myself on the back burner. And now I'm like, okay, I need to get back into things. And so I'm focused right now. I'm focusing on what I'm putting into my body, and I'm focused on how I'm moving my body. I'm very focused on that, and I'm, you know, trying to learn. So like, that's a way that I'm connecting with my soul and my higher self. Like, it's things like that. And I share that only because it's kind of like an off example. But I want people to see how it could be a weight loss journey of how you're moving forward. But, you know, I'm actually taking a class I'm part of, with my mentor Sage Goddess, which I love her. I am part of her Holistic Healer program, where there's a series of classes. And in one of the classes that, one of our bonus classes was is about health and weight management. And when we are out of balance, when our energy is off and out of balance, that's when we start having weight issues. And so why I'm saying that is that, like, if we, health issues, weight issues, personal care issues does relate to our connection to source and spirituality and everything like that. That's where I was going with it. So there's a lot of things that will fall into this category for you feminine. So don't, you know, just whatever you're moving forward with and whatever feels right to you, like, you're on the right path for sure. So for the masculine energies, I love that this was the card that came up. Manifest. And we're headed into, you know, this date, you know, 11/11, that is a huge date for manifestation. You know, 11/11, huge manifestation number. So I love that. But so the masculine is in a period, they're working on manifesting the life that they desire. They're working on figuring that out and figuring out what that looks like for them. You know, part of manifesting anything is knowing what you want. And, you know, and they're it's not that they don't know what they want, but they're being, what's the word? I don't want to even say cautious, but they're being thoughtful about, you know, the thoughts that they're being thoughtful about the thoughts, but they're being careful about the thoughts that they're putting out there. And, you know, some of them may not even realize what they're doing. Some will. You know, they're actively working on being more positive and putting more positive energy out there. Some of them don't realize this, but what's going on, the clarifying card that came up was balance. Their energy is balancing out. You know, they're coming into a less chaotic space because they know they've been all over, like they've been all over the place. They've been kind of nuts. You know, but it's also a realization that the life that they desire is coming to them at the perfect timing, like at the perfect time. So, you know, they know that change is coming, and, you know, just having the right attitude about it. The card that comes up for the combined energy, so this is the energy of both, is release. And what I am getting from this card is that there is literally stuff that's going to be going away, things that are going to be changing and ending. Two cards popped out, and I mean, these clarifying cards, like all of the cards, when I was pulling them out, I mean, these cards were literally just like falling out of the deck. I mean, these cards wanted to come out. The clarifying cards for release, the Queen of Air, and then the Six of Air. So the Queen of Air, so I don't know if you know, for those of you who are familiar with tarot, sometimes you may hear the Queen of Air, or also known as the Queen of Swords. People refer to this card as the divorce card. It doesn't have to be the divorce card, but there's going to be some endings, on both ends, for the feminine, for the masculine, because it's not just the masculine that, you know, for those that are in another relationship, it's not just them. Feminine twins have other relationships too. So there are people who are going to be separating. Both the masculine and the feminine, if you are not, you know, if you're not separating, you know, from a partner, you're both saying, you know, I've got this stuff in my life that is not serving me, and it needs to go. And you're moving through this period where you're clearing out the things in your life that no longer serve you, which can sound scary, but it's got to happen. You need to release it. You got to let it go. This stuff is happening so that you can make room in your life for the good things to come in. So don't be afraid. And then Six of Air. The Six of Air indicates, you know, the end of a difficult situation, and that things are going to be getting better. So, you know, whatever it is that needs to be cleared out, that might be a challenge, but it's okay, because it's going to get better. You know, you're going to be breaking free from something that you needed to break free from. So this is good. So then the final card is Heart Chakra. And right away, before I even pulled a clarifying card, immediately I got, and so this card is for the near future. I got, you need to go in the direction of your heart. You need to follow your heart. That doesn't mean be stupid, you know. So like, please like hear that gently, but you know, listen to your heart, follow your heart, live from your heart space. And then the clarifying card that came out was the Chariot. And so the Chariot is about moving forward. It's about, you know, it's about movement and going, you know, go in that direction of achieving your goals. And, you know, so I feel like this is a message that, you know, your heart is leading the way, your soul is leading the way to the things that you want, you know, and it's a remembering that, you know, just follow your gut, follow your intuition, follow what you're feeling, because that's going to take you where you want to be. And the Chariot is a 7. 7 for being on the spiritual path. 7, you're on the right path. You're going in the direction that you need to be going. And in this card, in the Chariot, I was drawn to the full moon. And so I'm feeling like for some of you, there might be some interesting forward movement at the next full moon. Let's see what happens as that gets closer. It's funny, these cards together, the 4 and the 7, it's an 11. Now, I don't always do this, but sometimes I get a nudge that I need to look at the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deck was detached, so we have another 11. And what I'm really getting of seeing these 11s is it's about the manifestation and the power of the manifestation. With the detached card, what I'm getting is that, you know, don't be afraid of the detachment. You know, and there's that dove that's being let go. But, you know, I'm thinking of that saying, you know, if you love something, let it go If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it was never meant to be. I feel like there's a lot of people who are going to be in that boat where you let it go. Many of you will have it come right back. For those of you that it doesn't come back, you're still going to be fulfilled by something. I still see you following your heart on something. So it's not like all would not be lost for you. You're still going to be following the guidance of your soul. So it will be okay. So I hope that this was a helpful reading for you. Like I say in most of my videos, take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. This wasn't the message for you, but if it does, great. If you are interested in getting a reading with me, check out my website, indigowingshealing.com. You can also find me on Facebook, which is facebook.com/indigowingshealing. You can email me at indigowingshealing@gmail.com. If you are interested in getting a reading with me, I am having that special, remember, $60 for the regular twin flame reading, only through 11/11, and there's a limited number of these that I'm doing. So once I'm full on these, I'm going to take the payment link out of the description video. And so $60 twin flame, regular twin flame readings, $25 mini twin flame readings. I'll put all the info on how to order those in the video description. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so you can be updated when I share my latest video. And I think that that's all I've got for you guys. I will see you next week with the next reading. Hope you have a great week. Bye.